Hey YouTube, it's the American Samurai back with a closer look. Today we're looking at my pulp reprint collection and some Moonstone books that, some books from, Moonstone Publishing that fit in with the pulp genre. Okay, first up, let's start with one I reviewed recently on my channel. This is Black Bat, Volume 5. Pause that if you want to read that and find out what it's all about. Next, we've got one I think any Big Bang Theory fan should be familiar with. This is Captain Future. I believe you see this poster hanging up. I want to say it's in their living room. If it's not this one, it's another one from the series. This is pretty cool. This is like, I think right now, the only sci-fi pulp reprint I have. Well, you gotta get the bat has some sci-fi elements. We got Nick Carter, Master Detective. Recently interviewed that one too. You got this one. This is a complete. I got on sale. This is basically a complete reprint of the Shadow's first story, which supposedly was also the basis for Superman's the Spider's first story. The Spider's story, which supposedly is the inspiration for Superman's first big outing, where he fights the giant robots. So, yeah. Okay. Now we have some Moonstone ones here. This is by C.J. Henderson and Joel General. This is Partners in Crime. This is basically a big crossover story that has... Let's see here. Come on, focus, focus, focus. Well, you can read who's in there. You can read who's in there for yourself. Yeah, a lot of different detectives. This is pretty good. I remember reading it. I don't think I ever did a review of it though. Next, we have the Sherlock Holmes crossover casebook by Moonstone, which is also a pretty cool one. This is basically the fictional equivalent of like the Batman team-up stories, because you've got Sherlock Holmes in the Lost World. Let's see here. Sherlock Holmes and the Avenger Magician's Meeting. I know there's one here where he teams up with, where Sherlock Holmes actually teams up with the Wizard of Oz himself, as well as Lawrence of Arabia and I'm trying to think who else there was. Annie Oakley is another one he teams up with. Is it Annie Oakley or? I can't remember. I just remember at the end of it, she's writing her own story called How I Saved Sherlock Holmes and Dr. Watson. Anyways, you have Lone Ranger Chronicles. The Chronicles series, which is cool, is what this is this is new authors taking their stab at classic characters. So yeah. I got quite a few of these ones. Back to the reprints. We're coming up here on the first pulp reprint I ever read. This is The Shadow, Volume 9. Then we have Shadow, Volume 52. Some of them I'll try and follow all the way through sequentially. Others I'll just pick up here and there when I find one that interests me. This one I got specifically, Shadow 26, because of the crossover with Chick Carter, who is Nick Carter's adopted son. And then we've got some shout out to Serial Midnight. This is one of his favorites. We're talking Doc Savage by Kenneth Roberts. This is, show you the back here, guys. This is Volume 43 of Doc Savage. Then we got Doc Savage, Volume 26. Like I said, if I'm into the series, I'll try and follow it sequentially. But sometimes I just pick up, if it's just a hero I have just some interesting, I'll pick up whatever's cheap. This one I have followed sequentially. So this is the Avenger, Volume 1, the Avenger, Volume 2. Oh, I got the full back shot there for you guys. Like I said, if you want to read more, go ahead and pause. Avenger, Volume 3. Yeah, you'll notice a lot of my stuff's from Shadow Sanctum. They work with radio spirits, and that's why I usually get a good chunk of them. Shadow Volume 4. And this is another one of the Chronicles books I mentioned before. This is the Avengers Chronicles. So like I said before, this is basically new authors taking a stab at classic characters and kind of doing it their own way. I'm pretty sure that there's probably a Chronicle series for most of the classic heroes in that era. We got the Whisperer Volume 3, which cool about the Whisperer is, instead of being a friend of the police commissioner, he actually is the police commissioner. And his name is James Wildcat Gordon. And then there's trouble at night, and there's law that he can't fight. Through proper channels, he becomes the Whisperer, with especially silenced 45s, and goes out and fights evil. Seems so that was my pulp reprint collection. You guys can see here. It's kind of all over the place, but hope you guys enjoyed the video. And once again, on the shout out to Midnight, who gave me the idea for this video. Stay safe. Peace. I'm out.